What is up, beautiful souls? Welcome to your weekly intuitive read with me, Crystal. Similar to that, pick a card, pick a stone. This week, pick an orb. The intention behind these reads are to help better align you to that of higher self. Only when we're living in our consciousness are we better equipped to make the best viable options and decisions going forward, therefore creating a better future for not only self, but all that are involved. I want to extend my gratitude to every single one of you. I can't deliver these messages without your guys' energy, and energy is intimate, so I give my gratitude. Whether you're new or you've been with me on this journey, thank you. If you do like what you hear, please share, like, subscribe, always comment. I am genuinely interested in how these reads help maneuver and navigate you guys through each week. And as always, I've placed the time steps below. Do take your time, look over the orb, go to the one that you are intuitively called to. And as always, let's get to your guys' weekly read. To the group that was called to orb number 1, I've laid your cards. And while there's quite a bit here, it all screams the same message, points to the same direction and the same advice. And that is, this week, may be a good time for you to take a step back to regain your composure, maintain your power, and gain a different perspective amongst the combustion that may be happening in your life. See, our underlining energy comes with a 9 of fire. Now, in the traditional tarot, this is the 9 of Wands. It's our wounded warrior, wounded soldier, but ready to go one more battle. But yet in this deck, it's more of a moment of pause and reflection, to check in with self and that of the inner compass. It almost holds a hermit energy in that this woman is looking to the stars, her north compass. What is the next step forward? What is the best route? How do I navigate what is happening? Furthermore, it's duly important to mention that when I was first looking into these cards, I was asked to look a little bit closer. And what spoke to me was these little orbs of like ashes over here. But if you look closer, they're dragonflies, which may be of significance to you. But for me, its spirit is supporting you under this endeavor, under this combustion that is coming to a pinnacle point, I believe, within whatever is happening this week in your life. See, the heart of the spread comes with Oracle number 26 of hostilities. This is head-to-head argument, fight. But what screams to me even more is this man. He stands in his ground, stands his ground. He lays vulnerably, as he has no armor or shield, but only that of his sword, which represents truth. And I can't help but feel that's where you are. Like that of the wounded warrior of the 9 of Wands, doing an internal check, but standing in your truth amongst whatever is coming at you, head on, if you will. Now, it was interesting. The next few cards that came out for your crossing energy was 1, the Ace of Air, which is represented as, again, the Ace of Swords in the traditional tarot, representing that of truth, right? Integrity, being transparent, vulnerable, authentic. However, with it being being a conflicting energy, to me it feels like whatever hostile energy is coming at you, whoever is you are going head up against, while I think you're standing in truth and bearing your while I feel like you are going at it honorably, if you will, there's not all on the other receptive end being shown. There's some obliqueness, if you will. Now that came out horizontally right there where it's supposed to when I was shuffling, as I was looking for the jumpers. The next two cards that came out landed right next to it. And I'm using these cards as the bridge between your conflicting energy and to that where you are. And those cards are one, the Eight of Water. Now this is normally the Eight of Cups, and with it coming in reverse, it's not walking away. What this represents to me, along with this man standing in his truth, immediately it screams to me, I will not be bullied. I will not be a pushover. I will not be pushed over. You are standing in your truth, and you'll be damned to be pushed aside. As I feel like this is kind of an association to what this energy is that you're going head on up against. It's clarified with the Hangman. Again, almost in complete association to that of the Nine of Fire. With this one, gaining a different perspective, internal reflection, trying to see it from a different angle. Now, I feel like the fact that you're not going to be bullied over, you've gained enough wisdom up to date to understand what this hostile environment, like hostile energy, is coming at you. But this time, you're not having it. But kudos to you. So I don't think you're reacting. I think you're really trying to do the internal reflection. How do I respond? And as that acts as a bridge from your challenging factor to where you're actually at, it is further clarified because it comes with the Five of Earth, but it comes in reverse. And with this card, again, it says, I will not be disillusioned. I will not be shunned or put out into the dark. You will not swipe the rug from underneath my feet. You, my friend, whatever's happening in your world, you're standing your ground. And I think it's really beautiful because you're not working in a stance of reaction, but rather response. And what's really happening, what's really wrong with all of this, comes with three more cards, which is one, the Eight of Fire. Now, this is what I kind of struggled with in this combination, because for me, Eight of Fire is associated with that Eight of Wands, which to me is usually a signifier of downloads. But the way it landed, these are, I feel like, words that are being exchanged awfully fast, especially in this hostile environment, coming at you from all different angles. But again, I can't help but say, I think Spirit is very proud of you right now and is working to help shield you against what's happening. Because again, we have all these little flames, little sparks. Again, to me, feeling like Spirit is working to put a shield against you, up with you, as you work to find the best way forward. Now, it's clarified with one, the Three of Earth in reverse. Hence, all these energies that are coming back and forth, these words that are like being shot out at you, if you will, it's not to work with you. It's not collaboration. There is no, you're not getting anywhere in this hostile environment, to say the least. And it's clarified with the King of Earth. And I feel like this hostile environment, whoever you're dealing with, one, they're not grounded. But the word that came out and shot out with this card was they're being impractical. Which just further clarifies that you are taking the right route and waiting for the right response, insight necessary before you move forward. Because we can't, if somebody's not going to collaborate or work with us and they're being impractical, it's best to stand in your ground. And Spirit, I feel like Spirit's supporting you on that. What you don't know just yet, and what Spirit would like you to know, like, is in your subconscious, comes with the messenger of air. Again, air is representation of that of truth, integrity, intelligence, communication. And in this one, it correlates almost directly to that of the Hanged Man, in that there is another way. It's a matter of gaining perception, getting a broader perception. That's the word I'm looking for, broader. And if you haven't found that yet, hence where we are right now, this is what you can't see yet. Continue to be curious, to dabble, to wait. Because there is another approach. And I think it's coming to you. And it may catch you by surprise. Be very receptive to those epiphanies that Spirit may be trying to whisper in your ear. And this just barely came to me. You may see it on a TV program or something, watching a show, and there will be your answer. You can't see it just yet, but it's on its way. And what Spirit wants you to know, when it's all said and done, is that it may not end up the whole endeavor may not transpire to exactly what you may be foreseeing, but it's going to work in your favor. It's the Four of Water. She holds the pearl of all gems, standing within her power. Just a reminder that Spirit works in mysterious ways. It almost feels like there is a karmic tied to this. This is just coming to me. It feels like what comes around goes about. Almost like continue to worry about you. Hold your ground. Stand in your power. And whatever this fiery energy that's shooting at you, I feel like Spirit's going to take care of it. And it's going to help you so that you can make sure that works in your favor. But they only ask that you stay receptive and ready for those downloads, as it's clarified as well with the High Priestess. The downloads, the understanding how to navigate this is coming. Be flexible. Have no attachment to how this is going to overcome, but continue staying in your integrity, staying transparent, and it's all going to work out well, I feel like, for you. By you taking your power back and being refused to be bullied. Spirit's got your back. And the universal laws will work in your favor as you continue to do so. It feels like, well, it may not happen exactly like you may think. Like the pearl is still yours. Stay receptive to the navigation that they want to show you. But the energy that they are spewing at you is only hindering their objective. For you, we pulled an oracle card from our Oracles of the Angels and came out with 41. Infinite potential. And may I just say this too, I was looking at the cards. It goes back to this whole thing and it's absolutely beautiful. We see, but to me it just feels like you're rising. You're going to master whatever this thing is, as I believe you've been through this enough that now you're going to find a new approach to overcome whoever's maybe be bullying you or this hostile environment. But not only are you going to rise like the bird or like that of the phoenix, but look, you've got this, there's just this huge spiritual protection, this fear, and you standing in your power, this yellow that's just radiating. That's what that screamed to me before we read it. Sorry, I had to point that out. Okay. Infinite potential. All the potential and the resources you need to succeed are already within you, waiting to be discovered. Retreat into a peaceful space and still your mind. Connect with the infinite stillness of your being. From that space, you will be able to hear a little voice of wisdom within. Affirmation for you this week. I listen to my inner voice and am guided by my inner light. I am faithful to the truth of my heart. I have within me all the potential and all the resources to succeed. I am always guided to what is best for me. That's absolutely beautiful. I think that correlates perfect. So what we have for you this week, you got it. So stay receptive. You're already on the right road, I believe. We can't change anybody else's behavior, right? But we can do and stand in our own integrity and hold our own ground, which I think you're doing. I think you're on the right track, and it's going to work out great for you. I wish you the best of luck. If this resonates, let me know. Comment below. Like, share, subscribe if you haven't yet. And as always, best of luck for the following week. Until next week, namaste. To the group that was called to orb number 2, I've laid your cards. And I want to say, don't shoot the messenger. But I think you already know. But that's what this week's message is all about. Knowing and doing are two different things, right? See, the underlining energy comes with the Knight of Pentacles, but it comes in reverse. And immediately what I hear is shortcuts. Shortcuts at your own detrimental. Trying to avoid that which you don't want to see or to deal with. It's human nature. And what is it that you want to avoid? Well, it's something that I think has already come to your consciousness. Because it comes with the Oracle card 20, that of envy, but it comes in reverse. Which is beautiful. Because envy upright, that's where when we compare ourselves to other people, we measure our progress to that of somebody else's. We look at other people's fortune and feel unfortunate. It's when we become jealous or envious of others, right? It's the lower density energy that keeps us stagnant, and we find justification for our being. But with it being in reverse, it tells me that you are conscious of it. It almost has this energy of the devil in reverse. It's no longer plaguing the subconscious so much. You know. But knowing and doing are two different things. The good thing about it, though, is only when we are able to own it are we able to take the responsibility and transform it, become our own alchemist, if you will. The conflicting energy is a telltale to it all, and why I go back to this Knight of Pentacles, which is underlining energy of shortcutting, because we have the Three of Swords and 7 of Cups. Now, what it rings to me is a conflicting energy, and Spirit's saying you have an opportunity to take this lower energy, this which is kind of plaguing you, that you are now conscious of, and overcoming it. But that might mean that we have to look at hard truths, that which hurt us, that are painful, the 3 of Swords, heartache. And the way I read this is, but we have to be very direct and get to the core. Or, as it's conflicting energy, we can dabble in the different things, find distraction, and avoid the heartache. This is how it feels. This feels like a band-aid and avoidance. Something that you're consciously aware of, but I feel like there's a tendency to want to suppress it. Not to look at, just care to push it to the side, not look at it. Because what's actually happening is the 5 of Wands in reverse. which is avoiding that of confrontation. And I dare say the confrontation is that which is within you that's being begged to be looked at. Yes, you're conscious of the energies, but what are the messages that it's trying to tell you? And to be human, it's like, why the hell would I want to look at that? That hurts. Hence my 3 of Swords. And if I can avoid it with the Band-Aid and dabble in different cups and different opportunities, the distraction is what I feel like you're doing. That's what I'm trying to say. Because it comes in reverse, this is actually what's happening. Is the avoiding of the confrontation, the conflict, avoiding it. And what's wrong with it? Well, you may be excuse me, I just said scapegoating, but maybe you are scapegoating your own pain. You're also escaping the opportunity of a brand new start. Taking these lower energies of the envy that you're conscious of and having a clean slate. Because it comes with the Fool, but it comes in reverse. I feel like Spirit's saying, it's time to turn the chapter. Can you take the leap of faith? But there's a fear that's played to it because you're not doing it. It's easier to suppress, or so you think. And it comes with the 10 of Wands in reverse, which is a heavy burden. So maybe it feels like you get to distract the heavy burden by focusing elsewhere. But I think what Spirit's really trying to say is that if you could take the leap into that of a brand new start, which means that you don't know necessarily where it's all going to lead, you could also release these burdens. But, double-edged sword to this meaning, that also means that you're going to have to face those burdens so that you can release them one by one. So you can be liberated from it with a fresh new start. What I don't think you see or understand, which is in your subconscious, and what I think Spirit's really asking is, can you find that equilibrium? Come back to balance. You've become conscious of it. I think you're kind of dabbling and you're avoiding it. But you know in your heart what has to be done. It's clarified with the 2 of Pentacles, which is screaming to me right now that there is one extreme to the other. And an extreme that's not necessarily in your favor. But there's opportunity to come back to balance. To go with the ebbs and flows of life and your soul's journey. To find that alignment. To recognize and to face those obstacles head on. And surrender to the mercy to dance to your own beat. Avoiding the confliction, avoiding is actually hindering your own progress. There's a strong call to not give up. While it feels overwhelming and overbearing, we assure you right now, there's much to be foreseen and blessings indeed. It's kind of beautiful. However, at the rate that you're going with the clarifying end energies, comes with the Chariot, and it comes in reverse, and it's got a clarifier. But this one came out, and the moment it flopped over, immediately all I heard was, you can't sidestep this one. Hence, the shortcuts, they're not going to serve you. It's going to be at your own detriment. What you suppress will suppress. What you suppress will resist. No. What you suppress persists. That's the word. That's the terminology I'm looking for. While I feel like you are trying to put a band-aid and trying to avoid, if you have with this new opportunity, this full, if you turn it upright, is an opportunity to start a whole new life, a new journey. To understand depths of yourself that you have yet to understand fully. But you can't get there by sidestepping it. There's only one way you're going to get through that, and that is through it. And how do you get through it? Well, it's beautiful because it's clarified with the Ace of Cups. Showing up for you, for soul, for the essence and the divinity that you are. Showing up and learning to showing up for yourself, even if that means seeing it through to the end, through the heartache of mending what has hurt you. To feel whole again, to feel, I want to say feel complete. But you're already complete, so to feel whole, to feel connected, to be in that alignment. An opportunity to gain a lot of wisdom, to step into a new journey of your life, and to become the best you that you came here to be. This screams to me as self-love and tender and going right through whatever it is that may be plaguing you. Went to go pull you a card from Oracle of Angels, and 2 cards came out. And I'm encouraged to keep them. So, your first card that came out was 29. That to awakening. This is a period of great spiritual awakening for you. You are being initiated into a new, higher level of existence. You may have noticed some unexpected changes taking place in your life. This is all part of your preparation. You are drawing ever closer to the divine, and once this process is complete, you will feel a greater degree of connection, as well as an increased capacity to love and be loved. Affirmation. I open my heart and spread my wings toward what is true. I lift my thoughts towards God, nature, beauty. May the spiritual consciousness in me awaken in love and in wisdom. So be it. That's what that Ace of Cups is about. With the clarification of I think of the Fool. You turn it upright. The other card that was pulled, that came out, is number 3, comfort. Take comfort in the knowing that there is divine presence in your life, guiding you at all times. There is no need to fear. Trust in the guidance of your angelic helpers and surrender your worries to them. Know that everything will work out exactly how it's meant to for the greater good. An affirmation. I release my fear, for a divine presence comforts me. In trust, I surrender myself to this presence. I let go of all worries and choose to relax. Well-being surrounds me, and I am comforted by the knowledge that I am never alone. Say namaste. You have definitely an opportunity to a new you, and that can be very scary, especially when it causes heartache. But I believe your angels are ready there to comfort you every step of the way. But it's a choice, and they're not going to tread on free will. But the fact that it showed up and that you're watching this, you're conscious, you're aware, you know. It's just about taking that leap. Turn this Fool upright and jump into the unknown. Because there's much to be gained from it. Love and wisdom, how to be loved and how to receive love. I just gotta clarify, but there's no sidestepping it. The only way to is through. I have so much love for you. If this resonates in any way, please let me know. Comment. I fully understand. Knowing and doing are two different things, separate things. Especially when it comes to us, some of the hardest lessons in our life actually require us to implement some of the hardest actions that require growth. Please like, share, subscribe. Again, do let me know how this resonates. If it does, I believe in you. You can do it. If there's one thing I need to give you before I close this out, well, I can say for certain, while the pain is real, and the same answer that my angels gave me when I was looking at my own hurt at one point, remember, it is temporary. As always, best of luck for the following week. Till next time, namaste. To the group that was drawn to orb number 3, I've laid your cards, and I think it's time that you could go do a happy dance. It's good times to be you. Our underlining energy comes with the Knight of Swords, but he comes in reverse. Now, upright, he's usually pretty rigid. He reacts before he thinks. He charges headfirst into situations, and he can be quite abrasive. However, these might have been energies that you once have embraced. Yet, with it being in reverse, I feel like, in fact, you are taking cautionnaire. You are looking, you are learning to respond, and taking observation of all that lays around you and within you. Furthermore, I can't help but feel like that kind of energy has helped you to get to where you are. And where are you right now? Well, the heart of the spread comes with Oracle card number 34, Door to Personal Healing and Happiness. See, you, my friend, I feel like you've done a lot of work. You've put a lot of seeds out there. And we're finally now seeing the blossoms, the manifestation, seeing the fruition of the work. It is absolutely beautiful. As you're looking out, you are now beginning to conceptualize and see why things had to happen and the blessings that are now in store for you. We have lotuses right down here in this little pond, hence blooming from the murk of the water. Rainbows, better, brighter days that are here. Furthermore, you have not been alone, as there's a bird, and birds represent, to me, angels, spirit, guidance. And it's white. Almost feels like a birth, a purity into your new essence. It is absolutely gorgeous. So what's the challenging factor? I don't feel like there's much challenging other than maybe a cautionnaire. It comes with the justice. And it feels very much like your karmic justice is here. All those seeds, all that work, all that you have put forth in effort and do is now coming to manifestation. And I feel like it's working in your favor. And the only cautionnaire I feel with this energy is remember that the seeds that you've planted, that you are now beginning to see, also is a representation of the seeds that you are doing today that are going to manifest down the road. And right now, my friends, you are manifesting heavily. You are the magician. You know that you have all the tools within, that you are the creator and the maker of your world. Furthermore, you recognize that you can do it independently. The work you've put in was not easy, but in it, you get to stand in your own dependence, embracing the light, the divinity, the oneness that you are to that of the creator. The world is at your fingertips. You're finally harnessing the power, it feels like, that is the secret for all of how to manifest your world's desires. And with it comes a lot of options, clarified with 7 of with the Seven of Cups, which is the only thing that I can correlate to that with this Justice of kind of cautionnaire, right? Because the Justice is our challenging factor. So I think, while good things are happening right now for you, just a simple reminder that going forward, you're going to continue to blossom and manifest the seeds that you plant today. And you have a lot of options out there. And that doesn't necessarily mean all of them are great, right? We've got each cup that holds different things. Some are better than others. And what is really wrong with this? I don't think anything's really wrong. What you may find, however, is that more of those dots that connect from all of your healing, the wisdom that you can only foresee after you kind of gone through the storm, there might be some more that comes to the surface because we have the moon, and it's more of those things that you haven't seen coming up to the consciousness, coming up to your awareness. And I don't feel like it's a reaction or a trigger anymore. Let me say it that way. It feels like as things come to the light from the unconscious that keep on coming up in a state of empowerment, you are able to understand it for wisdom. And with it, it clarifies with the world. It's anew. Things that you didn't think could ever exist, right? You felt like you would have never made it through the night. I think you're beginning to see the break of dawn. You're starting to see the silver lining. You're starting to see the sunrise and the rainbow and why it was all necessary. It's a new you. It feels like you're coming into this. It has this energy of, I understand why now I came here. And it's to live life to the fullest. And I'm finally grasping it, or I'm getting it. It's brand new world for you, baby. It is beautiful. What you don't know, the only another cautionnaire, but not bad, is maybe take it a bit easy. Because he is still the Knight of Swords, right? So just because he's a smart knight doesn't mean that he's not full of energy and ready to go head first, like charge or harness all that energy. Because it comes with the Four of Swords in reverse. And the only thing I can really feel about this is be wary that you don't burn out. With a newfound of energy, things happening for you, take it easy in the humility and enjoy it as it comes to fruition. Just be wary that it doesn't leave you burnt out. That's the biggest thing that comes with that. And as the final outcome, all I can say is this is an amazing read. It's really very, very direct. It's the Six of Cups, and it comes in reverse. All that haunted you, all the past, I feel like it's done. Like it's so point blank. There's not necessarily any cards here that say you've gone through the dark night of the soul. But it feels like you have, just because it just screams new, new, new. And the only way you can have such kind of rebirth is usually after a destruct. And with the Six of Cups in reverse, and feeling like the world is there and new things that come to the consciousness, to have that kind of stuff come to the consciousness and not feel triggered and still be able to feel like you can embrace the new, that's kind of what that energy screams. Gratitude for what's brought you to now. Because now you can release it. And what is residual of the past, right? The Six of Cups in reverse, is going to act just exactly as that. Wisdom. Something that you will be able to take going forward. That's going to better help you maneuver your life course so that you can avoid previous mistakes. For you, we pulled an oracle card from Oracle of Angels. And so when I see this, Again, synchronicities. We have another white bird. Looks like we have a dove here. We have a dove here. Not sure if the camera will pick it up very much. Furthermore, embraced in the light. And here is this man down here, laying vulnerable, open to all the blessings that are raining down on him. And when we say source of life, coming back to here, it's like recognizing that you are it, that you are powerful, a part of the Creator, one with all. That's what it screamed to me intuitively as I was looking up. Here it goes. All right, let's see. God, the source of all life, is within you, with you and around you at all times. The source of life permeates everything in existence. You can move closer to this divine source simply by holding the awareness that God is everywhere, in everything. Feel yourself held in His love and glow in His light. An affirmation. The source of all life is within me. Sorry, it just screams the magician. All the tools are within you. The source of all life is within me, with me, and all around me. I am embraced by great love that fills my being and brings me peace. Amen. It's absolutely beautiful to read, guys. Take it, enjoy it, embrace it. Life is meant to be enjoyed. You're a powerful manifester. You don't need anybody. New chapter. The lessons have been served. Justice is yours. I feel like everything you've done is now ready to blossom. It is now ready to shine. The rainbow at the end of the storm, spirit. The universe is smiling at you. Beautiful. If you resonate with this, please let me know. Comment, like, share, and subscribe if you haven't. I'm happy for you. Have an amazing week. And as always, namaste. Until next time. Mwah. To the group that was called to orb number 4, I've laid your cards. And as I'm shuffling, I heard, but I'm tired. There's exhaustion. But then it's followed up with, but keep going. See, I think that you've been working very hard, and actually from going at whatever it is that you're trying to achieve from the right angle. Because see, our underlining energy comes with the Ace of Cups. But I'm using my Viceversa, and it comes on this side. There's a starlit night. It's still beautiful. But there's a stark difference between this side and this side, where the colors are vibrant, where the light is shed. See, I feel like you're still kind of in the dark, but you are going at it from the right approach. You have been working at it from a place of self-compassion, but yet maybe all the dots haven't connected yet. And you're wondering if the break of dawn will ever come for you. The heart of the spread is further clarified that you are lacking patience with the number oracle card of 16, patience in reverse. How long do you have to go at this? You've been working hard. You've been working diligently. I think you've been feeling trying to be patient. But week after week, I hear it's coming, but it's not here. It's that kind of energy. You're at your wit's end. When are your ships coming in? When are things going to manifest? When will the dawn break? And what crosses you is the Temperance. But it comes on this side. Amongst feeling burnt out, Are you losing your equilibrium? Remembering the path to that of healing doesn't happen overnight. And often we go around in circles. But each time we go around, it just provides a new view, a new opportunity to polish it off. It's interesting because with this card, we see the hangman's post off here in the far distance, right? But if you were trying to go gain a different perspective, maybe, not that I think you want to gain, I think you're burnt out. And maybe you're feeling like, maybe I need to gain a different perspective. But I feel like with this, the eagle and the lion and this angel here, I think they're kind of blocking you and actually telling you you're on track. Just because you haven't seen it yet doesn't mean it's not coming. However, another clarification that the energies that you reside in right now, because you've been going nonstop, because you're tired, I also feel like it's got you kind of zoned out. It's the Four of Pentacles, and if you look at this man, he almost looks like a zombie. He just stares blankly into the far distance. His wand is on his torch, that light, that fire that would light him up, lays on the ground. What is it all for? What am I doing this for? What is this? It almost screams to me apathy in this card. You're tired. But you can't give up. I mean, I guess you can. It's free will, right? What is really wrong about this comes and is clarified with the Two of Wands, which in this card, it represents those seeds that you have sown. They're it's on its way. Like everything you've put out there is coming. The dawn, the break of light is right over the horizon. And I think that's what Spirit's trying to tell you. Don't give up. The light is coming. Things will, like that light will be shed upon that Ace of Cups. But the problem is if you give up, if you turn your back to that light, you're not going to see it. You've done massive work. What you don't see is further even more clarified with the Fool. But yet it comes in the dark. Where here, the dawn breaks. Here we see a shooting star. It is much of an energy of, even though you can't see it, something is on the horizon. You've taken the path and if an opportunity should arise in the state that you are in, feeling zoned out, checked out, would you be able to be receptive to making any course moves necessary in your life to obtain this wish fulfillment? Spirit's asking that you come back and be present. Remember the journey. Remember why you're doing it. What is it? What is the end objective? What is it that you want that hasn't come to fruition yet? Can you pick up your fire, your torch again? Find that flame. It's time to find your inspiration because something's coming. You may not see it yet, but the dawn is right over the horizon. And it comes with the final piece of the vice, is the Wheel of Fortune. And yet again, this man, who is actually the magician, is in the dark. What's significant about this, my friends? What I feel like Spirit is trying to cue you in on is you are the creator of your destiny, of your fortune. We have to pick up that torch, be patient, and manifest the elements, alchemize the energies in our favor, and it is doable. So above, so below, as he points to the sky and points to the ground, to earth. What is within will radiate out. And if you are in a state of checkout, lack of patience, and just feeling like you're unable to balance the energies, that's what you're going to call in. And that's not the work you've been putting in. I believe you have been genuinely trying to work. The dawn just hasn't broke yet. But if you give up and you check out, again, it's like that free will, right? That destiny versus fate. Become conscious of your thoughts and what you are bringing to fruition. You're in control of that will, believe it or not. And that's what Spirit is really trying to surface, I believe, with this read. For you, we pulled a card from Oracles of Angels. And it is number 10, Higher Thought. You know, immediately, and this just comes to me. The quote from Martin Luther King Jr. You don't have to see the whole staircase, but take the first step. We don't see the whole staircase. We don't know for sure where it's going, but it's definitely brighter. It's enlightenment. Faithful action. Action. Taking steps into the unknown. Taking leaps of faith when necessary. Sorry, that all just came to me intuitively. Okay, your guys' oracle card. Sometimes in moments of darkness and despair, all it takes to feel better is a decision to lift our thoughts to a higher, more positive place. Simple actions like seeking the company of an old friend or taking a walk in nature can often help to move us out of negative perspective, giving us a new vantage point from which to view the current situation. An affirmation. With my will to work in the light, I lift up my thoughts to God and to the beauty and simplicity everywhere around me. I accept, I let go, and I welcome the opportunity to discover the positive side of every situation. I think that is absolutely beautiful. I think that's what's being asked. Can you change your perspective to see the beauty of it all? Recognize that you are the creator of your world. Don't give up. And keep on going in the right direction of being compassionate and patient. Find your patience again. Be gentle. It's a call to feel like, it feels like a call to show up for like that inner child. Right? When things aren't going our way, give yourself a pep talk if necessary. Because the game's not over. I have so much love for you. If this resonates in any way, please comment, let me know. Like, share, subscribe if you haven't. It's just a moment. It's not a bad life. It's just a hiccup in the road, if you will. I have so much love for you. Best of luck for this following week. And as always, namaste.